Hello, I'm Arielle from Revival Acres Homeschool at revivalacres.com. Today we are going to be going over the Oceans unit from Gather Round Homeschool. So this is the teacher's guide that you would print or get printed of the Oceans unit. I love the teacher's guide because it's all you technically need to complete your entire unit. So you begin each lesson reading this to your children, and it's broken up by lesson. So each lesson consists of learning about different sea animals that are generally grouped together. So for example, giants of the sea would be whales, and you'd be learning about all kinds of different whales that day. You read about their appearance, their habitat, their diet, and some fun facts. And then at the end of the lesson, sometimes there's a helpful drawing. So you can draw together, and then it gives you what each student will be doing in their notebooks. And there are notebooks for every level. There's pre-reader, early elementary, upper elementary, middle school, and high school.
Early reader.
So you'll just choose whatever is best for your children. I love how it's grouped, and I love how it's all laid out. Now this is a pretty inclusive curriculum, nothing else except for math. And I'll get into that a little bit more so you can do this. So this has been really great for our summer choice because it's pretty easy to do. Now here is one of the student notebooks. I just found this myself and laminated the cover, and this is from early elementary. So like I said, you'll read your teacher's text, and then your children can go either off by themselves if they can, or work with you to complete it. Here is what each lesson notebook will start with. They get to choose an animal that they learned about that day, their favorite, and then talk about its habitat, its diet, and interesting facts. And then the next page generally is either a geography lesson or maybe a science experiment. And then they'll do either a copy work or a grammar lesson or some reading words. And then often, here's another social studies. This one is talking about recycling. And then usually the last page is this was creative writing and a picture. Usually there's a drawing of some sort, but it changes every day to mix it up. So I really like that there's a lot of drawing, at least for my children's levels. And then there's also a lot of writing, which I think was really great and encourages us to do some writing. Now for your little ones, they can dictate to you and you can write for them. So I love that as well. I will say that I will plan on using the Gather Round Homeschool units as a supplement to what I've already chosen for my curriculum. I personally feel like you need to add some more readers. You obviously have to add math. She definitely says that anyways. And grammar. I think you would want to add more personally. There are those subjects talked about in here, but just not as much as I would use. But like I said, I think they're a great supplement to what you're already learning. So I've just chosen her units. She's on her second year of units she's creating now, and she plans on doing 4 years so that you can cycle back through as your children get older. So I'm just choosing the units that go with either my history that we're learning or our science that we're learning, or just a fun one that my children want to learn. Unit-based studies are really great for student interest. So if you feel like maybe you need to revitalize your homeschool, you can ask your children what they want to learn about, and then you could pick a unit to learn. So that's one thing I really love about her units. But like I said, I personally would use them just as supplements. So for our next unit, we will be doing US government because of the election. And that's actually a mini unit, which will be even better because there's only 2 work pages per day in that unit. So we'll be doing that, and I'll make sure to do a review on that. So again, this was the Oceans unit. Behind me are all the different books that we have chosen to use. There's so many that you could get for the Oceans unit, and all of these books will be linked in my blog if you want to shop or look at any of them. And I would encourage you, at least for my homeschool, start with the books first. I started using Trello, which I think is a great resource for organizing ideas, and people can share their boards and make your life so much easier. But I personally, well, like I say on my blog post, as you'll see, screen time can make our time a little chaotic. behaviors start to slide when we have too much screen time in our home, at least. So I've started using our books. Who would have thunk? So at the end of reading our teacher text, I have my students go to their workbooks and they complete their workbooks. And then I send them off for a scavenger hunt. They come and look at our books and I ask them to find 2 things that we've learned today, pictures if they can't read, or facts that they've found, and then they get to present it to the family. It's a great way to have them narrate back to you what you've already learned, and it just makes it really fun. And then at the end of the week, we're gonna have a video day. And during the video day, we'll use that time to review all of the different marine life that we've learned or whatever unit's talking about. It's almost as a reward for working hard that week. But it's only one day and they know that's what to expect. So they're not expecting a video every single day. That's just what's worked for our family. It's really helped with some behavior issues that we've had, and just it's kind of makes our routine a lot easier. So that's my advice. Again, I would recommend Gather Around Homeschool units, but I personally choose to use them as a supplement. But do what's best for your family. I know many families use this and love it. Again, all our resources will be linked. One more thing I did want to say is I have a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and he wants to be included so badly. So what I did is I printed out a coloring book for him. This is from Master Books. You can buy the digital downloads for $2, I think. We printed out the sea life. When my older children get their workbooks out, he gets his coloring book out and he feels like he's included, and he actually, I say, try to find the whale that we learned about today. And he'll go and he'll try to find a picture of something we learned, and then we'll just read the text, and he feels like he's included because he is. It's a meaningful inclusion, and he really has been enjoying this, and this is his special notebook. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Oceans unit from Gather Around. I'll plan on doing some more reviews as we continue to use these units as supplements. Again, please like and subscribe and let me know what you think about Gather Around or what you'd like to see. Thank you so much.